So, I don't know where I left off on the other video. So, apparently when I get a phone call during a live, this is new, it didn't used to do that, but now when I get a phone call during my live, it interrupts the live, and then when I decline the phone call, there's no sound on my video. That's annoying. What? Hey Heather, how are you, sweetie? But anyway, what I was gonna say is, hey Raj, did I lose sound on the other video? Is that what happened? So anyway, like I was saying is, you know, I'm holding my own feet to the fire because, you know, I was talking to you guys the other day, and I guess this is a perfect example, like, for you guys to see what I'm talking about, right? Hopefully. I don't know if you'll see it or not, but, you know, the other day I was talking about how, oh, weird. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you, Raj. But I was saying in the live that, you know, in that video, that I posted when I was at my dad's house about how my spiritual journey, right? I was talking about how, it's a mindset. Like when you're in a really bad place, if you want to get to a good place, it really is a mindset. Your circumstances, your surroundings shouldn't interfere, they shouldn't interfere with your progress moving forward. And so I guess I want to give you an example of that, because right now I'm up here and I'm going to attempt, and I'm saying attempt, to do the elemental readings, because and I suppose you can call it practicing, I don't know, like I'm trying to hold my own feet to the fire, meaning like I can talk to you and tell you how this works, but to see it work is different. To actually make it work is different. So like I was saying before, like in order for me to connect to my guides, and this is what I'm trying to practice and what I'm trying to work through, because in order for me to connect to my guides and get information for everybody to share that information with people, I need a clear mind. My energy field has to be clear of negative energy. It's really hard to raise your vibration and to raise your energy to meet up with guides and angels who vibrate at a super high frequency, you know? And they don't want to be affected by real negative energy, so they only lower their energy, their frequency, to a certain extent, and it's up to me to raise mine to meet them in the middle so we can share. And so right now is a test of that. I suppose it's going to be me practicing, I guess, battling through negative emotions. See, I live with a very, very petty, vindictive is probably a good word. You know, I live with a man that tries to keep his foot on my neck. If he sees in any way that I'm progressing or I'm doing better, he'll do something and go out of his way to do something to step on my neck to hold me down. The man does not want to see me. He'll say out of his mouth that he wants to see me succeed in all this, but he doesn't, because every time he sees me moving in that direction, he does something petty, some fucked up shit, really, to step on my neck and to hold me down a little more. So this morning we got into this big ass argument over petty ass shit, but he also knew that I was on my way to the beach where I come to meditate before I go live and to do my readings. So he knew that my trip back home was successful for me financially, and he's pissed about it. He's pissed about that. And so now he's trying to get in the way of me being able to, it's fucking crazy. But anyway, so, you know, we got into this big thing this morning about it, and I left the house, and I still came out here anyway, but it rattled me, you know what I mean? It jarred my energy, it fucked me up, and you know, he's on his way to work, but, like, you have to, like, it's almost like somebody coming in, like, let's say you clean your room inside and out, right? And then somebody comes in and just like throws shit all over it, just because you got it looking good. That's him. Like, that's what he'll do. He'll come in and just throw shit all over everything, so I have to go back in and clean it up again. And so he knows, because we've had many conversations about me, like, damn near begging him, like, I need to have a clear mind. My energy has to be in a good place in order for me to be successful, you know? But he'll do shit. So this morning I'm going to try to do these elemental readings. There's no guarantee here because my energy is kind of fucked up right now. But it's also a good time for me to hold my own feet to the fire, practice what I preach, and try to sift through and fight through this negative energy. And I need to do this more often, because the more often I do it, the more I practice it, the better I'll get at it. The better I get at it, the less that man will be able to keep a foot on my neck, and then I'll be able to grow and move past and out that bitch, and I can't wait. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna get my shit together, and I'm gonna try to read for y'all. And I'm gonna do the elements. I'm not gonna do the zodiac signs, although I do want to do more of those because they're more individualized. But I'm gonna do the elements. It should still relate to your element. So heads up, water signs are Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Earth signs are Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Fire signs are Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. And air signs are Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. So now you know your element. We'll start these readings. And wish me luck. So if I can push through this, one, it'll make me feel good. It'll put me in a better mood. And it'll also help me prove to myself that it really is just a mindset, you know? You gotta clear your mind. You can't allow people to have that much control over your energy, ever. Not ever. Because when they do, they know how to manipulate it. So, get set up. And I was gonna come out here and do this anyway, but considering that happened, I guess this is a good practice. Good way to show you, I suppose. But, yeah, let me get set up. Sorry. Make sure I have everything I need. I actually brought my incense burner, a flat one. I have a ton of incense burners. I just never keep one in the car. I should. Alright. Put something under it so I don't make a mess with the ashes. Okay. Got my crystal ball. Got my incense. What's your element, Raj? Maybe I'll start with that. I don't have to do it in any particular order. Or I'll attempt to start with that. No guarantees, like I said. What's your sign or your element? Fire? Okay. I'll do fire. Why not? Why the hell not? Alright, we'll do fire first. That's Leo, Sag, and Aries. I love your name. Aries. Oh, shit. God damn, Aries. It's Libra's exact opposite sign is Aries. They have a hard time meeting up in the middle, Aries and Libra. They do. You have a hard time seeing eye to eye. When you get along great. When you don't, goddamn, it's ugly. All right. Aries. Not Aries. Look, I started focusing just on Aries. Sorry. Fire. Fire, fire, fire. Give me a second to try to tune in. This might take a second. I'm gonna shake this shit off. Okay. Fire. Okay, fire. I heard woe is me for fire signs. Woe is me. Oh, I heard pity party. Shit, fire. What's going on with y'all? It's the holidays. I think it's the holidays for fire signs. I think fire signs are having a hard time with the holidays. Shit show. It's also what I heard is shit show. Yeah, and Raj, if any of it's resonating while I'm doing this, do like a thumbs up or something. Let me know that I'm on the right track. Because this is what I'm picking up. Oh, you know, I'm pretty sure, but it's also what my experience was this morning. So, but I heard shit show. Hold on. Not everything is as it appears. Fire signs might be holding on to something a little too tightly. And it's creating this resistance. It's creating animosity, I feel like. You know, whatever fire signs are holding on to, it could be a thing, it could be an idea, a thought, or their belief system. Whatever it is, it's not working out. You might, and I really want to say it's a belief system. So something that you're adamant about, that you believe in, and I feel like this is going to cause problems. If you're not willing to bend or see things from a different perspective, it's going to get really uncomfortable for you, fire signs. Be willing to see things from a different perspective. They're saying like switch roles or put your, you know, self in another person's position. Give me a second. I also heard dreams do come true. You know, there might be some frustration with fire signs right now because something that they hoped for or dreamt for or wished for, whatever, you might feel like you're being forgotten about or not heard, or start losing faith or hope in something. Damn. Sorry. It's like losing faith or hope. So I guess part of the problem is when you don't believe in yourself, when you are struggling with self-confidence, it's hard to manifest in the things that you want, because you're also, even though you want these things and you want them really bad, the energy that you're putting out is an energy of, I don't think I can have it though, or I don't think I deserve it, or it's going to be impossible to receive. So while you're putting that out there, you know, it's like you're thinking one thing, like your wishes, like, okay, wait a minute. Let me see if I can regroup and articulate my words better. Your self-doubt is stronger than the desire for the thing that you want or need. And because your self-doubt, or the way that you look at yourself, is carrying more energy, more weight to it, that's what you're going to experience. So you have to try to like switch that around if you can. Like, and I know it's hard. Like I said, it's a mindset. But if you can switch that, like have your desires carrying more weight, more energy than the self-doubt, it's your desires and the things that you desire that you'll attract in. But self-doubt is what really gets in the way. It's what's stopping. It's putting up this block. It's definitely putting up this block. It's like a woe is me sort of, like, because, you know, I could see you fire signs, like, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. I'm doing the right thing. How come this isn't happening? Like, I can't seem to get this thing that I want or whatever, but I'm doing all these things. It's because there's a part of you that doubts that you'll ever get it in the first place. And it's that doubt that is kind of like driving your ship. It's steering the ship. So if you want these things, you have to work on believing in yourself, believing in your confidence, strengthening your confidence, really. You know, it wouldn't hurt you. Who you telling? You just heard me say all of that. I feel you. I feel you. But this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about, Raj. Like I said in the beginning of the other video, my energy has to be up here in order for me to read. And the man that I live with knows this. So when he knows that I'm about to go out and do readings, he'll do some crazy shit to put his foot on my neck and bring my energy down. He does it all the time. And right now, in this moment, I'm not allowing him to do that. And what's pushing me through this is I know that I have the capability to talk to my guides. I know that it's there. And right now, I promise you, it's a struggle to get this information that I'm receiving and giving it to you. But I insist on pushing through and persevering through this bullshit, because I'm not going to allow one man to control my God-given right as a human being to live here freely, unapologetically, and, you know, get your foot off my fucking neck, because it's gonna get bit, you know. So it's kind of where I'm at. You need to fight past that, okay? Like, don't dwell in the uncomfortable feeling that they're causing, you know, because what happens is you start going over in your mind all the injustices that took place and how it's not fair to you and how it's fucked up, and they always seem to rise above and you always seem to fall behind. Stop focusing there. You have every right to focus there. You're validated. You're justified to feel the way you feel and to look at it in the way you look at it. Absolutely justified. But when you spend time there and you dwell there, you're creating this energy. You're summoning the negative energy. You're also summoning to the universe that you don't deserve what you know you deserve. The universe, see, the way the universe works, the universe doesn't understand right versus wrong. It doesn't understand yes, no. It doesn't understand that. It understands energy. And the universe will match your energy. And if you want the universe to give you what you know you deserve, then you have to feel like you absolutely deserve it, because that's the only language the universe understands. It understands what you focus on, the energy you focus on, and the universe will deliver exactly what it is that you want. And if you want these negative thoughts, the universe will absolutely deliver it to you. And if you don't want that, then you have to think differently, and the universe will accommodate that as well. And that's why I'm saying, like, I'm doing this right now. See, I'm having a hard time even getting comfortable. I keep adjusting because the energy's messed up. But you got to change your mindset. Like right now, I'm not thinking about the fuckery under my roof. Not. I switched it off to focus on doing this on doing these elements. The way that I feel inside is still a little jarred, but I know how to, and it takes practice, but I know how to just put it to the side for a second, you know, so I could bring this other energy in. Sometimes it's a little more intense and harder to do, and then I really struggle with getting information. Other times, like right now, it's still there, but I understand what he's doing, and so that's making it easier in a way. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I feel like my journey is taking longer for me to get to a certain destination than, say, somebody else. Because it's just taking me longer to grasp. I don't know. I kind of went blank there. But, anyway. Fire, sorry. Let me get back to you. Oh, I heard things are going according to plan is what I heard. Things are going according to plan. This is to teach you things about yourself. You're also learning things about yourself right now that you didn't realize. And this is about like an inner reserve, like your inner strength. You're learning to tap into that. Fire signs, you're learning to tap into that and to pace yourself, because there's something about taking your energy and sitting and being chill for a moment. Because for some reason, fire signs, you don't like to sit with yourself. You don't like to do that. It's uncomfortable. You have a hard time of moving an uncomfortable energy. It feels like it gets stuck, like trapped, like right in the body, like, you know, in the torso. And learning how to move that energy, you know. This is what I do. See, your imagination is your best friend. Visualizations help a lot. I have a very vivid imagination, so it helps. But if you can close your eyes and imagine, and be serious about it, but imagine every deep breath that you take through your nose is like, as you're breathing it in, and you can feel it. Pay attention to it. Feel it. Feel it go up your nose, down your throat, you know, into your lungs, and fill you up. Watch your diaphragm, you know, watch you raise up. Fill it all the way up, as much as you possibly can. And while you're imagining yourself taking these deep breaths, imagine there's no room for this negative energy, because you're putting something else in, and then that air is pushing down this negative energy, down and out. And imagine like it just being moved out of your body. Sometimes I'll imagine a tube running through my body, right? And as I'm bringing in this clean, vibrant life force energy, I'm breathing it in, and I'll even imagine it as like a really bright white light, or a really bright golden light, sometimes pink, because pink is healing. I'll imagine this air being turned into light, right? And pushing down all this dark, mucky, gross, negative energy. And if you can imagine in your mind's eye that you can see how, let's say this is the tube, right? And down here is like all this dark, murky shit. And then you breathe in this light, and then you can see this light pushing down like this murky, dark cloud, right? Until it's gone. Until all you can see in this tube now is like the cleansing light that you imagined in your head. And keep breathing like that, and imagining that's how you're cleansing yourself. And then imagine while you're sitting there that roots, like tree roots, are growing out of the bottom of your feet. And imagine, and you'll feel it if you can really focus there and sit there and plant your feet flat on the ground, and imagine roots growing out of the bottoms of your feet and into the earth, all the way down into the middle of the earth, like to the core. And as it's growing down, the roots are getting stronger, sturdier. There's growing more roots and grabbing onto other things and planting itself into the earth. That's how you ground yourself. That's how you become solid. That's how you become grounded. Clean that energy out and ground it into the earth. And when you can do that, it'll also clear your mind in the way you think. Yeah. And the more you practice it, the more you do it, like the more, at first, it'll seem like effort. It'll seem like work. But the more you do it and see the results to it, the more it's instantaneous to you. All you have to do is just breathe. And then it becomes like an instant grounding, cleansing thing for you. It takes practice though. But the first time that you do it and you can actually feel yourself, it'll keep you going. But don't give up. It'll happen. Fire signs. I feel like there's a lot of distractions around you too right now. I feel like you're really distracted. I feel like it's hard for you to focus on fire signs. I'm feeling like it's really hard for you to focus because while I'm doing this, I'm getting distracted. You know, fire signs are not usually all up in their head. But I feel like you guys are all up in your head right now. There's a lot of confusion around you. I'm also feeling fear. Fear coming off you, fire signs. Fear of missing the boat. That's what I feel also coming off you. Like fear that you're going to miss something. You're going to miss out on something. And I don't even know if you know what it is that you feel like you're missing out on. Some of you might. But some of you just might have this impending doom. And you don't know where it's coming from. This is the energy that I'm talking about that needs to be filtered through. Because I feel like this is just like old stagnated energy, like old stagnant, like sitting water, you know, you gotta cleanse that. This is kind of what that feels like. It's just stagnant. And so doing this breath work and grounding yourself is gonna help clear out that stagnated energy. It might take a couple tries because this is thick. It feels thick. Sometimes when I'm meditating, I'll imagine there's like this little, like, I don't know, like a gnome or something sitting inside of each and every one of my chakras. And I can see him taking a rag, really detailed and focused, like really cleaning, you know, like every part of the chakra, right? Until it's light and bright and shiny. And then they spin it. You know, because your chakras spin, and then so it's like once it's all clean, it reminds me of like Santa's Christmas elves, like really focused on cleaning up, you know, a chakra. And the way I see it spin is sort of like a pinwheel, the ones that you blow to get you know, the wind so it can spin. So I can see them, they'll clean it till it's real shiny and bright, and then they take their hands and spin it like an old airplane where you have to start the propeller, you know. And this is what I see, like the little like gnomes or whatever doing inside of every single chakra, all the way from the root chakra to the crown chakra. And part of my meditation, I'll work on every single one through the meditation and have these little elf guys doing that. But I always feel better after. And then ground your energy. Ground it with, you know, the roots. That's how you ground it. Just sitting your feet in dirt outside is enough to ground your energy. But if you don't want to do that, you know, you can sit and imagine. Your imagination's your best friend. All right, fire. Again, distracted. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for you, fire signs. So I'm not going to really use the tarot right now. I think I'm just going to pull the oracle, pull some oracle cards. And then I'll move on to the next sign, next element. At the bottom of the deck, all tied up. 23 is the number. When you deduce it, it's a 5. 5 means change. So I think you've got big changes coming about you right now. I feel like you feel stuck right now, but it's gonna change. It's gonna change. You have to really believe in yourself. Have more faith in yourself. What's that? Oh, walking away. I think this is walking away. She's wearing red. There's the root chakra. This is where you know, it's like you don't feel balanced, you don't feel grounded, and the root chakra is red, and it's about your balance and feeling grounded. I feel like the number on this card is a 27, which is deduced down to a 9. When 9s, like the 9 of Wands is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the wounded warrior. Somebody who's just been in a long battle for a long time, and you still have a little fight left in you, but it's like you're crawling to the finish line almost. You're wounded. And so I think it's important for you to take space to yourself, lick your wounds, but also the courage to walk away from certain aspects of yourself or certain people that you need to walk away from. You really have to walk away. If you want your life, if you want the vibrancy back in your life, you need to walk away. Walk away from whatever it is that's keeping you stuck in that energy. Yeah, anxiety. Another 9, 18. And again, it's red, the root chakra. You're just not balanced. Meditation, right under that, 7th chakra. That's the crown chakra. See, we're going from the crown to the root. See, this is the crown chakra right here. Again, another 5, 41, reduces down to a 5. That's 5, 5, and 9, 9. There's major changes coming in, okay? So if you want these changes to be positive, you got to think positive. You got to meditate, ground your energy, and believe, the temple path, and believe that you're on the right track and things are working out for you, okay? All right, air. Let's go to air. Oh, I'm hearing music. Hold on. Air signs. Air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. What am I hearing for you, air signs? This too shall pass is what I heard. Okay. You're on the right path, air signs. You're on the right path. I think there's been a lot of confusion with air signs. What to do, where to go, how to, you know. I think you're on the right path. I'm feeling nauseous. Hold on. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to do, air signs. I feel like you feel stuck right now too, shit. And it's a different kind of stuck feeling than the fire signs. I don't think it's so much. Hold on, let me regroup. Let me go back. I'm gonna start that over because I think I'm getting that wrong. Hold on. There's a song I heard. I don't know who sings it. I forget who sings it. It's not a common song. I don't think many of you would even know the song. It's called "You'll Run and You'll Run and I'll Burn." Air signs. This does not feel good. I hate this. It kind of feels like being in a state of limbo, not knowing what to do. You feel real quiet to me, air signs. You don't feel very talkative. It almost feels like there's a part of you that you're trying to protect. It feels like there's a part of you, air signs, that you're trying to protect like you would something precious, like something in like a museum, like a precious artifact. But I feel like this is connected to somebody else. It feels like this is connected to somebody else. I'm an air sign, and I've been avoiding this. I've been avoiding these readings because I always come out on the readings myself, because I'm part of the collective, right? So when it hits home, it's hard to God damn it. But okay, so what it feels like is it's a part of you, or something that's attached to you that you keep locked away, but you protect it like it's like a precious artifact, something that you would find in a museum, because you see the value in it. You see the value, you see it like a precious stone, you know? And so it almost feels like it's safer to keep it out of view, away from people, because it almost feels like once people know about this thing, this precious artifact, everybody's gonna want it. Everybody's gonna want to grab it, take it, fight over it, and break it. It's not protected. It's not protected in view. And so you have to protect this thing, but it's painful to protect it. It's like it's painful to hide it. It's painful on some level because it feels like every part of you wants to burst out, but you don't feel like you can. It almost feels like you're protecting something that doesn't belong to you. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. That's what it feels like, though. But whatever this thing is, it could be an aspect of yourself. I feel like it's something outside of you. But it doesn't have to be. It could be an aspect of yourself, a belief system. It could be anything. But it feels like you're... It almost feels like you don't know what to do with this thing, this precious thing that you have. But there's importance to it. You're aware of the importance. And it's so funny because it's like when it's this thing that brings sadness because it has to be protected. But it's also a thing that brings joy. Like you'll sometimes sit with it, like look at it, and imagine a pearl inside of an oyster, right? And you keep the oyster closed. You keep the oyster closed because that pearl is precious. Like, there's something precious about that pearl. But every once in a while, when there's nobody around, you'll open up that oyster and look at the pearl. And you close the oyster back up. Put it in your pocket and keep going. Right? There's something about this. And trying to figure out what to do with it. I think that's where you're at, air signs. It's like you're trying to figure out what to do with this oyster, with this pearl. And it's interesting because the more you dive into this analogy, the pearl is sitting in the belly of something real nasty, right? You open up an oyster, it's gross, it just stinks, it's slimy, you gotta cut open the gut to get to the pearl. And it's a mess. But once you pull the pearl out, it was almost worth going through that nasty shit to get it, you know? But right now, I think it's just opening the oyster and seeing that there's a pearl there, but there's a lot of shit in the belly, like this. Yeah. And so what it feels like is it's almost like more comfortable with the unknown than, you know, so like you know there's a pearl in there, but you don't know what color it is. You don't know if it's pink or blue or purple or white. You don't know what color this pearl is, but you know that it's precious. And until you actually take the knife and slice open the belly, you're not going to know what the colors are. You're not going to know it. So until you're ready to slice that open and see what this pearl has to offer, the color, like the color that it'll bring to your life is what I feel like. You just open it, look at it, put it away. But it stinks in there. It stinks in there. It stinks in there because it's the rotting fish, right? But it's like the moment, when that moment comes, that you slice it open and you pull this pearl out, you can get rid of the shell, you can get rid of the stink to it, you know, you can get rid of that. And then you can clean the pearl off and polish it, and then you wear it, and then you can be proud with it, right? So I kind of feel like this is what you're doing. It's almost like you're opening up this oyster and looking at this pearl like, I don't know what to do with it right now, but when I figure it out, it's going to make me proud, you know? That's what it feels like. So like, again, I feel like some of you could be the pearl. Some of you could be this pearl where right now you're sitting in the belly of something real nasty. But once you come out of it, you'll never have to go back into that again. And then you can shine and in all your beauty for everybody to see. But right now, it needs to be protected. That's what I feel like is going on with you, air signs. But it has to be protected because of the outside people is the reason why it needs to be protected. Not you. You'll protect it. You nurture it. You protect it. You know, you take good care of it. It's the outside of you that you're worried about. Okay. I don't know if that made sense, but that's what I was getting. Hopefully you can make sense of it. Alright, air signs. There's potential in this pearl. You see it. God, that flew out. Daughter value. Daughter value. 31. Breaks down to a 4, which means stable, stability, balance. Healer of the ages, 51, number 6. Again, a balanced energy. 6 is a balanced energy. Equal give and take. But it's called Healer of the Ages. And his solar plexus chakra is being lit up here. So it's almost like intuitively knowing that this pearl needs to be protected. It's not ready. Yeah, it's sort of like planting seeds, right? When it starts to sprout, that stem is really fragile. It's really, really, really fragile. But as it grows, it gets thicker, stronger, and the roots grow deeper. And so I feel like this is what's happening. Like, the pearl isn't ready to leave the belly yet. Because it's a stinky world. Everything that's surrounding this pearl is nasty, you know? Everything surrounding this pearl is real nasty. And in order to cut the pearl away from this nasty thing, it just is the atmosphere. It has to be ready. Like, something has to be ready, you know? And I feel like there's a lot of healing going on right now to be sure that that's ready for you. Yeah, another 6 at the bottom. A balanced energy. Okay, so that was air and fire I did. Wow, that was heavy air signs. That felt really uncomfortable. I didn't like it. So let's move on. Got water and earth left, so we'll do water. And then when I go home, I'll timestamp it. Damn. I wish I did air last. That was, ugh. That was tough. All right, water signs. Shake that off. Fuck. Water, 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 water. Water. Hang on. I'm struggling to connect to water now. You'd think it would be easy too. I'm sitting in front of the ocean. Water signs. What am I getting? You're really quiet, water. You're really quiet. Well, first of all, water signs, be careful about what you put into your system. I feel like your digestive system is off right now. I don't feel like your body is processing foods the way that it did at one point. It's so funny, as I'm talking about it, I could hear a jet going by, and it's reminding me of like a real rumbling stomach, you know, bubble guts. But that's what it's reminding me of. So the way you're digesting, the way you're digesting food, and some of you, the way you're digesting information. You may be absorbing information that's false, looking at things. I see cup half empty instead of half full. Don't be a martyr. Okay, so I feel like the way you're processing your emotions, the way that you're processing uncomfortable feelings, could be upsetting your digestive system. So if you water signs are feeling like okay, so if you're sorry, it's, sometimes they just give me, I really just, I don't know, they're gross to me. So I don't know, I just feel like like, really, can you be a little bit more all right, I'm just gonna say it. All right, so some of you water signs may be really gassy. So if you're really gassy, it could be your diet. But I feel like you're struggling with processing foods, it's different. The way you're digesting food is different. So be careful what you put into your system. Okay. Spicy foods, dairy products, things like that might irritate you right now. I feel like there's a lot of trapped emotion, a lot of trapped feelings that you are having a hard time working through, sifting through, especially now, especially during the holidays, and it might throw your digestive tract off. So try to eat things, boring foods. Boring foods are probably the safest bet right now, but I think you're having a hard time processing right now, water signs. It's okay. It's okay. You're gonna be okay. I feel like the holidays are really getting to you. I feel like the holidays are really getting to you because it's like you can love people, right? You can adore people. You can love to be around people. Family, friends, co-workers, whatever. You can love to be around them. But I think water signs, especially this year, are struggling with the holidays because I feel like of all the zodiac signs, of all the elements, water signs have struggled with the most loss. More water signs have dealt with loss than other signs. I can relate to this. And so I think this year it's more of a struggle this year than maybe the previous years that you've had to deal with this. It's almost like it's impacting you harder this year. And I think the reason why it's impacting you harder this year is so you can purge even more of these emotions out. And I want to say negative emotions, even though I feel like a sad emotion is necessary and it doesn't feel good, but it doesn't make it negative, you know? I feel like negative things create negative results. I don't think you get negative results from mourning because that's a natural process. I feel like negative attitudes like, oh, I can't stand her and look at her shoes, you know? I think that is what produces negative results. But when you have to purge out negative emotions, when you have to purge out sad emotions, it's uncomfortable, you know, it's really uncomfortable. But the more effort you put into it and not try to block it or ignore it, the easier it'll become to heal at some point. And don't feel bad or guilty about healing. You know, when I lost my mom and I started to feel good after losing her, I started feeling guilty. I started feeling guilty for feeling good. And then I would go back to feeling bad again because how could I feel good when I don't have her with me and she's not here enjoying the moment with me? But then I had to let that go because would she really want that for me though, you know? So I've struggled with letting go of that. So I kind of feel like water signs, you might be struggling with your emotions this season. Some of it might be out of guilt. Some of it might be out of remorse or just sense of loss. It's what it feels like. I just feel this great sense of loss with you right now, water signs. try to do your best to work through this, because I feel like things are going to line up for you in unexpected ways, in ways you don't expect, ways you don't see. There's never a blessing in losing somebody, but I feel like the way you process it and the way you handle it and push through it is where the blessing comes in on the other side. But it feels heavy. It feels heavy right now, water signs, but I just heard the magic happens at the end. I'm not sure what that means. At the end of what? I don't know. The light will shine again. That's what I'm hearing. The light's going to shine again. You'll feel good again. You're going to feel good again at some point. Just right now, you need to process what you need to process. Yeah. So, water. Hold on. I'm also seeing, there's a card in this deck. I didn't pull it out, but I see it in my mind. It's a card called Darkest Fears. And there's a guy that has like the moon cycles, like a bunch of moons around his head, and the moon cycles. So it's like as you're sifting through, cycling through a phase in your life, it feels so uncomfortable. There feels like a lot of anxiety. It almost feels like the things that you worried about the most are happening, you know, like the what you didn't want to happen, there's a fear that it's happening anyway. Walking away. Nine. Again, the wounded warrior, darkest fears. Angel of Strength. 5. Change is coming. Change is coming for you, water signs. You just need to get strong. You need to get strong. I'm also hearing believe in yourself. Believe in the impossible. Things don't have to be this way. Okay. Things don't have to be this way. They don't. I feel like you're allowing things to be this way. Some of you, it's because you don't know what to do. Some of you feel like you deserve it. Some of you feel like you just struggling with working through it. Yeah. Hearing connections. Another 5. And a woman holding heart. So this has a lot to do, like I said, with the emotions. It has a right at the fucking bottom. And another 9, the wounded warrior, broken heart. Yeah, that's where you're at right now, water signs, and I could feel it. I feel it. All right, Earth, you're gonna get past it. Earth signs. Oh, God, I can't wait till after the new year. I can't wait until after the new year. And everybody settles down and starts thinking a little more rationally, because right now it's just a lot. Okay, earth signs. Earth is Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. What you got? Okay, I heard that song from Tina Turner, You Better Be Good to Me. Because I don't have the time for your overloaded lines. Ooh. Okay, earth signs. You're frustrated with somebody. Somebody's. Or somebody. Because the song is really standing out. And I'm hearing the line, why can't you be good to me? Why can't you be? Like, what is so fucking hard about that? It's difficult. Our signs, I think you're looking at somebody like, I don't deserve this. Never deserved it. But yet, here you are, presenting it to me. Why? I think you're asking why. Why are you bringing this to me? Why are you bringing me this energy? Why are you bringing me... Our signs, some of you might be dealing with somebody non-committal, and you're trying to figure out why they're bringing this to you. Like, if you don't want to commit, then why do you insist on being around? Yeah. Okay. You kind of feel like a science experiment. It's almost like you're feeling like a science experiment. Like you don't want to be an experiment. Remember being a kid and you would like come in the house, run back outside, come back in, come back outside. Your mom would say, in or out, pick one, in or out. But what you're not gonna do is come in and out. So my mom we'd go out and she'd lock the door. She would lock the door. You're out, you stay out. You're in, stay in. Pick one. Pick one. If you want to be out, stay out. That's what I'm seeing. You're in or out? What are you doing? Yep. Okay. Okay. You almost feel excited about this, though. I feel... Okay, so it went from that to feeling super happy. I don't know what... Somebody's decided to stay in. The circle of trust is also what I'm seeing from Meet the Fockers, when he's got the wedding band and he's like, this is the circle of trust. Once you leave the circle, you can't come back in. Okay. All right. Meet the Fockers. Okay. Wow, they're really using a lot of analogies and a lot of visuals for me, because they're also showing me the part in the scene where Ben Stiller, or Gaylord Fokker, he was trying to quit smoking, and he had nicotine gum, and he's sitting there, and he takes one of these pieces of gum, and he puts it in his mouth, and he's just chewing real vigorously, like real fast, like there's anxiety, there's nervousness off of him, like he's about to go do something, but he's gonna calm his nerves, you know? That's what I'm seeing, like this pacing, nervous, anxiety. But that's not how it feels. It feels exciting. This is what it feels. It feels exciting. But I think there's a conversation. there's a conversation that you're going to have. An overdue, long overdue conversation. In this conversation, it's going to carry a serious tone at first. It'll be a serious tone at first. I'm hearing clear the air and see both perspectives fully. Like seeing it fully. So there's no like there's nothing hidden. And I think once you can see something fully and have a full understanding to a certain thing, then you can relax. And I think it's been really difficult because you have not had this information. So you've had to draw on your own conclusions, your own thoughts, your own, I heard insecurities. I was going to say your own intuition, but they cut me off and they were saying insecurities. Okay. Insecurities, your own insecurities are going to have to be confronted. Your own insecurities will be confronted during this, whatever this is. Okay. I think it starts off not feeling so good, but ends feeling really good. That's what I think. Okay, that's good. All right, Earth signs, at least you got something good going on. Wish I was you. No, I mean, sometimes I resonate with my moon sign, but most times I don't. So, let's see. Earth. Deceit. When there's information that you're not aware of, or that would be privy, I don't want to say privy to, but like, there's stuff that's been withheld. There's stuff that's been withheld, and you know it. Carrying connections, deceit. Yeah, it's so funny because the deceit card is the card number 25. You break that down to a 7, and it also equals, now this is Oracle, not Tarot, but the 7 of Swords in the Tarot card, in the Tarot, represents the same exact thing, deceit, sneaky, lying, stealing, cheating, things like that. And then carrying connections comes out. A 5. A change. A change. Okay. Alright, hold on. Angel of Strength, another 5. Another more change. Ooh, having this, okay, so this conversation, there's 3 5s here. 25, the 5 in that. 14, 1 plus 5, 1 plus 4 is 5, and then 50, the 5. All right, so the strength to have this conversation, see things from another person's perspective, working on your own insecurities, all this is going to come to the surface. All of it is going to come to the surface. But the beginning of it is going to be uncomfortable. By the end of it, it'll be, I want to say, like a sense of relief in a way. Better understanding. I feel like you understand. That's the whole thing. That's what's been eating you up. You just don't fucking understand why. You don't get it. Daughter romance. Right at the bottom. 33. This conversation is gonna going to be healing. Angel of love. This is going to put you, look at that. I can't make this shit up. And here we go with the 3s. See, the change is coming with all those 5s, right? The change is coming. The conversation is going to be had. It's necessary. It's going to be healing. It's going to be uncomfortable at first, but it's going to highlight your insecurities that you need to work on. And once they're highlighted, you'll be aware of it and you'll be able to work on them. But it's also, I'm hearing clear the air. It's going to clear the air, but it's going to lead to something way better. Way better. It's going to put you back on your... Fuck, I can't make this up. I'm saying 3s and 5s are significant here, right? Right? Okay, I'm done. I'm not pulling anymore. This is the last one. Your balance, your groundedness. This is going to bring you back into a grounded place with the number 35. 35. And 8 is also about strength, right? And then we've got the angel of love. 49. 15. Break it down to 15. Another 5 there. The angel of love. The angel of love is coming in, which is also temperance and tarot. Bring balance back into something. 33. The daughter romance. The temple path. 12. Another 3. Puts you right. This is gonna put you back on the path that you were intended to be on, the spiritual path. Like, this is part of your journey. This experience, it was part of your journey. Like, because I feel like you've reached certain angel of balance. I think you've reached certain areas, certain milestones in your life, and I feel like you've reached these because these were all tests from, like, the universe, right? And you've had to pass these tests. And I feel like this is like one of the, I don't want to say it's a final test, but it's a big one. Almost like you have a bunch of small tests and then one big one and then more small ones after. Like it's like having quizzes all week long in school, but then one final test, overall test. And then you move on to the next grade, have more quizzes, you know what I mean? So I think this is one of those big tests, like, to put you on your path, on your journey, to keep you on your spiritual journey. But I feel like this was another test, and I feel like you're gonna pass it with flying colors. You and whoever's involved. So, yeah, that's what I got for you guys. So, hopefully that made sense. And, but yeah, you can do anything. You know, really want to write a book. I already created the cover to the book a few years ago. I haven't touched it. I think I have the start of it in, like, my Microsoft Word. I have the start of it. But the cover, it says, if you can dream it, you can do it. And I believe that. So, yeah, everything's a mindset. Know that first. But I gotta get out of here because coffee is, it's getting to me.